Alright, we're here. We're streaming. It's been a minute. I have not streamed in a while. I got a haircut. It looks bad right now, especially. I don't know what's going on. It's really sad looking. I don't know. I also took a shower in attempts to try to make the hair look mildly better, but that evidently failed. So, here we are. So in today's live stream, yeah, it's been 10 days. I've been slipping. Horribly embarrassing. In today's live stream, I'm going to try to work on a remix for a talented musician named Encounters. He makes like down-tempo, ambient, chill-out, Sybient kind of music. And he has an album out. And I have the opportunity to remix one of the songs on the album. So I said I'll do it, and here we are. We're trying to do it. I just threw all the stems into Ableton. I think I did it right. Pretty sure. Though I don't see drums anywhere. Pretty sure there's supposed to be drums. Solo dry stems. I don't know, man. I have no idea. This is what it sounds like. Here's a snare. Okay, so the bulk of... I'm gonna spend a hot minute trying to organize these fucking... all these stems, so we'll just listen to this for now. fuck is the hi-hat? Where's that coming from? Excuse me? Ah, this guy right here. Yeah. Okay, anyways, I don't know, we got this to work with. I gotta remix it. I gotta do something with it to fuck it up. I guess I gotta be creative now instead of just trying to like mix it down and fix the project file. What can we do? Well, I guess let's just continue to throw everything as if we're mixing it down. Yeah, like all of this shit here. That can still go in the chords melody section. This works. And then you go there. And then, I don't know, these are risers or something? Yeah, that's fine. And then what are you? What the freaking heck? Yeah, that can go there. And then what are you doing? What do you do? Yeah, you can go there. Okay, it's somewhat sorted. Now we need to fuck the song up, and make it weird, right? So let's first thing you can do, let's change the BPM, right? Oh wait, hold the fuck up. I need to warp everything. Right. Well, it sounded like what? We're at like 60. No, we're at like 72 maybe. Let's find out when does the kick drum come in? Hello, show me 68. 69. Nice. Yeah, 69, and then there's like a little bit of space. So here, let's insert this fucking shit, and then we need to chop out that amount of space, except let's make it exactly fucking spot on. Why isn't it letting me scroll if I move this to the side? That's annoying. I want to get spot on. I just want that amount of length, put it here, and then I cut that out there. There we go. Now this should be... Oh, okay, one more time. Paste that there, and then cut. And then now... Bam. Alright, it's on the grid. I think. Should be. It looks like it's off the grid now. What the fuck? Are we at like 69.5 or some shit? Yeah, what's going on, mate? So this would be 139 BPM. He's trolling me? Huh? 69.5. that's the point there. I'm so confused. If we make it longer. Okay, it's actually 73 BPM, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. Gotcha. Okay. Now everything's off except for the kick drum, I think. I think I messed it up. I am annoyed. Let's go back here at 69. Everything's matched. And then we go up to 73. And then now we take this distance here, paste it here, and we cut it. Okay. So now we want that distance there. I'm losing my fucking mind. This is super engaging, I'm sure, y'all. Paste this here. Insert, Control-Shift-I. Did I do it right? Yeah, I did. All right, I inserted that amount of time. Okay. Now everything's lined up. And then I think we want to warp everything. I mean, we could do our own. We're gonna do our own drums. I need to start generating ideas. What would be the quickest? Here, we got this thing here. Can I just like highlight everything and press warp? Does that work? Does that work inside the groups? It does not work inside the groups because Ableton's fucking dumb. Let's do it again. I think I opened all the groups. Are all the groups open? Yeah, okay. We're chilling. Let's make this 90. Fuck it. Okay. Then let's just do new drums. Let's do new drums. New drums. And then let's just only drums, please. Thank you. And then let's do that, and then make these vary in volume a little bit, and then we can have that there. Let's grab a hoopla drum loop thing. I think that could be cool. Yeah, that's already it, man. Yeah, the swinging, can't quite do it like that. Maybe we just take you. Let's grab a shifter. Okay, wide. Cool. Cool. Auto filter. Delay. Now he did kind of imply he wanted it to sound even more down-tempo and more ambient than it already does sound, and I'm definitely doing the opposite right now. We'll see what the fuck's gonna happen. Let's like add pauses. just like that. Okay, and then there's this like respace thing I'm not a fan of. I want it to sound smooth. So what is this note? I don't know. Yep, got a haircut. I hate it. I fucking hate it. We're like 6 days in. We're at the point where it's supposed to have grown in, and I should not absolutely hate it anymore. We haven't reached that point yet, so is what it is. What's up, Cordy? Alright, and then I don't know. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we have that, whatever that is. So the song's in C, which is kind of fucked, but I don't know, we could just keep playing fifths as the sub and then like go back up. Why is the drop so long? Jesus. Okay, so we have that. And then let's make I don't know, some other thing. My code. Give code. Turn the home page. Load. Thank you. Okay, and then you. Cool. And then let's go. No. Why are you not full screen? That's kind of sick. Okay. Okay, that bit's cool. Let's put you over there. And then you. Cool. I still like, I like this idea a good bit. Let's take you, let's shift everything. No, let's shift this section up an octave, and then auto filter, and then the auto filter will, man, yeah, I can tell I haven't produced in a while. I forgor how to make sounds. Brother, please. Jesus Christ. Can we, wait, what happens if we automate phase over time? That's, I don't know. I don't know. It's mid. It's whatever. Let's make chords. We need chords. So what? You're on poly. We want. We're in G sharp major. I believe. Fairly certain. Alright, brother. You are too loud. And then let's put this into a lattice. Brother, please. Why are you doing what I think you're doing? It's supposed to sound way cooler. I don't know. It's confusing me. Why can't I? It wasn't letting me edit. That's a cool sound though. It's a cool chord. Nice little like detuning, like cassette tape kind of warbly sound. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's take. Wait, actually, that sounded kind of sick. No, I can't produce, man. Okay, that sound I want. Okay, why is my computer tweaking? I think I just don't remember all the hotkeys and stuff. I think I just haven't been producing long enough or recent enough, and it's extremely frustrating. But this sound here, I like it. I do like that. Let's go. Have that be the tail end, because the transient, oftentimes I feel like transients kind of suck when you granulate or you do the grain mode shift up an octave thing, but the tails are good, so we'll keep that like. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll reverse you. Why not? Why the fuck not? Okay, it's a weird sound. It's mixed bad, but let's take a EQ8 and just like. It's just that we don't need that. We don't need you. Okay, and then what else do we have in the song? What happened to the rest of it? Oh. Okay. They kind of merge together. Need some work, but we'll make it. We shall make it work. What's up, T-Fam? Welcome, welcome. I feel like it's a long time no see. I think it's been a minute. Where? Hello, please, duplicate. Thank you. Why do we have hi-hats over here? Wait. Hold on. Where's our actual sub? Why is it just like disappearing immediately? We have so much release on. Yeah, we're making it real warbly. Big cassette tape vibes. Okay, that's a vibe. It's kind of spooky. But I like it. I don't know if he'll like it, but I'm like, hey, I took your song and I just fucked it up, detuned everything, and made it microtonal and inharmonic as hell. Here you go. It's cool. And then we need better drums. Still, I haven't done much besides through a single drum loop and then like made it really squid soundy, you know? So let's just replace all of these kicks with my own. So I don't know, because I like my own kick, and then we will be able to mix it a little bit better, maybe. Change up the sound. You don't want to use all the same samples as the remix, you know? That would be boring. And I think, is this just... Yeah, it's just that looping. Cool. And then we want snares. Here, yeah, like that guy is pretty airy, not like super dominant. So we can use that to make it good. Let's say you're in one of my streams, you're working on your origin song, like your first song, like your origin story, or is this like some like T-Fam deep lore cut that I'm missing? Yeah, that guy's kind of good. I don't like the little post snare splash, but yeah, we can just like hit it with one of these, you know. Okay, you are too clicky. We also have this drum loop also kind of has kicks in it, and I just kind of left them alone. They do sound pretty good though, so maybe we can do some of that. Yeah, kind of like this. Just replacing the kicks, because frankly, this drum groove already fucking slaps, and I don't want to redo or rethink much of it. Yeah, that should be fine. Making bass house and a little bit of future bass. Nice. I feel like everyone has a future bass phase at some point. you know? Like, everyone listens to Flume, and they're like, damn, I wanna make shit like that. I definitely did. Okay, let's go. I didn't duplicate the snare the whole time. And then let's just do the little kind of bullshit, right? Where do we want that? I think it goes here. Right? Except that was not the right spot. I'm so terribly silly. Okay. So we have this kind of drum loop figured out. Let's make the warbly scary chords. Where are you? I'm lost. There's so much shit. Didn't I make another group specific for the warbly? Oh, this is all in my subgroup. Jesus Christ. Here, let's move all of you out. Yeah? Maybe that big can go, and then I'm thinking we loop this idea a little bit, and then bring this in, and then cut some of the other ideas, and then we'll have this kind of stick out. Yeah. That's gonna be what we do. So we'll duplicate this here. We'll mute that, and then we need like a buildup of some sort. Oh, those guys are good. I forgot. Yeah, this is a clusterfuck. I did not really organize the project file too much. Hey, I was randomly looking for a kick-based phase fixing, and you responded to this Reddit thread. I only noticed because someone replied to you saying in Paleo. I know the guy who said that. Yeah, he's a homie of mine too. He saw me in the thread and was like shouting me out. Well, that's cool. It's kind of cute that little... Why does it want me to sign it again? I just signed it. That little interaction got extra eyes on me. Okay, so this idea is gonna loop again. Let's make sure, yeah, just the drums. Let's just duplicate all the fucking drums. All the drums again. And then again. Fuck it. And then we want a build-up. Let's use one of my own sounds. So I made a bunch of risers recently. No. That one's kind of fun. I don't know if it'll work in the context of this like super chill sounding. Fuck it. We will make it work. You go here. When you said, I've heard of the quote-unquote experimental genre. We've never heard any of it. Any of it. I wouldn't say experimental is a genre. I'd say it's a descriptor that you could apply to a bunch of genres. There's like experimental... Well, usually I make like experimental bass music or... I just describe myself as like psychedelic downtempo, basically. It's like IDM adjacent glitch hop. Some shit like that. And then, except, that sounds kind of bad. And then, I don't know, we do some of that. And then, you. And then we do that. So it's just gonna be low in this section, and then we fucking... Oh, the chords? They're not supposed to be cut. that kind of works. We'll stretch you out. No, that's pretty bad. I like that. Sounds kind of like dub techno-y chord. Let's... I mean, it's kind of the vibe, the switch up at least, the general idea. It's not bad. We can take you... That's kind of fun. I like it. Kind of fun. And then let's expand on the idea. So we have the drums become, you know, you want like contrast, right? You want a feeling of, oh, I got bots in the chat. Let's fix that. Get the freaking heck out of here. You want contrast. So like how many, you know, if you want to switch up and you want the switch up to be especially satisfying, how many different ways can you switch it up? So we have all these chords and stuff, and then the chords go away, and then it's a lot more dry. I'm like, okay, that's cool. The sub bass pattern, right? We have this like high octave sub, right? We're playing G sharp number 1, and then over here we're playing G sharp 0. So like the same pattern, but instead of doing these 2 high octave notes, it just goes straight down. So it's like, okay, now the sub bass pattern is lower. It's more minimal in terms of chords. Obviously, you have a build up. That's kind of like cheat codes for building tension. You just add a riser. And then we add new sounds and stuff like that. I was going to say something else. I don't know, but it goes from like pretty dissonant sounding because we have these like warbly chords, and then we just take them all out. It sucks out, and then it's satisfying. Still kind of sounds like ass. We need way more stuff going on to make this like, I don't know, good. What if we take, I don't know, we had these things over here. Let's paste these down here. Let's just try to make new sounds. That is out of key. Okay, you are loud. Let's take you. Maybe we could do like a offbeat. And then dum. Uh-oh. I think that memory leak issue is still happening. Maybe. Like everything's slowing down. Hold on, let me look at my memory and CPU and stuff. Yeah, memory is at 87%. We turn off hyperfield. I have no idea if that fixed it or not. It is very slow though. It's very slow and responsive. What? Very weird. everything's slowing down. Maybe I just won't use hyperfield. I guess that's the move. Let's make this like inharmonic, and then make it really clicky. And then so it's like kind of like wood. And then you, low. And let's make another copy over here. Let's make this guy have harmonics. And then let's add a formant filter. Yep, I like that. And then we'll give it a little bit of one of these. So we'll have this one on the left be an octave higher. That's fun. That's cute. So we have these are our ideas now. What happened to our chords or wobbly chords? So these guys, you come in later. Yes, that's what we do. We just kind of duplicate the whole section and then add an element, and then yeah. Labeling your stuff as experimental is wrong. As long as you're experimenting, I think it's fine. Too many people are not experimenting. Like, experimental bass is a subgenre of music that is not experimental in the slightest. Not at all. What's the other thing I wanted to do? I don't know. I forgot it. I forget. I'm just forgetting fucking everything, man. What did I want to do? I don't know. I don't. Oh, it's tragic. I don't know. Well, who knows? Oh, I wanted to add a drum loop, or not a drum loop, a fill. Yes, 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 yes. Just one of these. Maybe. That one's more fun, I think. Yeah, just like one of those guys, you know? Okay, we need to use more stuff from the actual song, probably, because this is supposed to be a remix. Where the hell's the like respace club? Yeah, you. I mean, you should probably go in the subs section. Okay, what's going on? We have. Oh, there's too much shit. That's what is annoying about stems. Is you really gotta go through and just delete them when they're not existing. Otherwise, it's just so confusing, man. Like, what is even happening here? I should have done this in the beginning. There's got to be like an automatic way to just do this, right? Because people do stem mixing and stuff for work all the time. It's always like the most annoying part of like when I'm like mixing down other people's tracks, doing like mastering jobs and stuff. It's just cutting out dead shit. Anyways, what is he? Fucking tremolo thing. Oh, it's here. Get the fuck out. that's we got something going. Yeah. And then, I don't know, just duplicate the drums over again. Okay, the whole... This isn't... Did I do this right? It's 16. I mean, I did like insert time at a bunch of different points. So maybe I messed something up. Don't know. Do not. Yeah, that's structurally very weird. Can we just cut this bit out here? Yeah, I don't really know. I'm not really sure what to do right there. I mean, the structure is off. I mean, I could just fix it and make it just build up here, but I feel like if I want to stay true to the remix or to the original song a bit, I should try to incorporate the where here fucking let's look at the stems. Just look at the stems. Just delete all of that. Delete all of that. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out of here. Get. No one wants you here. Yep. Get the fuck out. Nope. Okay. So that looks a little better. This guy here. Yeah, I think we want this in the we're gonna bring this in a little earlier, I think. So here's the breakdown. I think I want this section to happen here, so let's just cut it right there. Cool. And then let's see if we could just chuck this in here and be like, convert this to harmony. Go. Generally, I find the convert to harmony algorithm to be more accurate than the convert to melody. I'm only gonna watch your streams from Twitch now because the little Paley icon covers my face cam on YouTube. What? Is there... Oh, I see it too. That's obnoxious as shit. How do I fix that? That's terrible. Hold on. Well, I can try to make my face above it. Oh, geez. That's really obnoxious. There's no way to remove the icon? What the fuck is this? Why is there no way to... How do you get rid of it? To get rid of icon in bottom right screen. Also, why is it that picture? It's like my old logo. Why is that the picture in the bottom right icon? I'm so confused. It's from 2015. Annoying channel icon and art. I don't know, man. That's annoying. Do I need to move my head? I can wait, I think this is one? Nope, that just moves many meters around. I don't think I have it set up where it's in a different spot. Hold on. Check this out. Check this out. Fucking insane. Holy shit. I'm a genius. I'm so fucking smart. My god. Yo, is it just me or is this just better? Like, actually? Like, now I'm, like, commanding more presence. The chat's still there. I guess now there's a fucking YouTube icon covering up the chat a little bit, but wait, let me look at YouTube. It's still covering up the chat a little bit, but who fucking cares about you guys, right? I don't know. The way my head is now covering up some of the chat is kind of annoying. I need to like place this in just the right location such that like line indents don't cut off. Yeah, that looks decent. All right, new experimental setup, avoiding the icon. Okay, so oh yeah, okay, remember how I just said the convert to harmony bit is more accurate? I don't think so. I mean, it creates some cool sounds, though. Okay. That's cool. Let's modify some of that. It's kind of hard to isolate which parts of this melody suck. It's just too... So I think we can put some of that. This is a clusterfuck, man. Oh, there's more stems that are doing like nothing the entire time. Loop there with the high notes. I'm lost. I'm lost in the project file. Oh. That's kind of cool. Let's take you. Let's see if we can get Hyperfield to work one more time. But there was like some weird slowdown. Yeah. Yeah, some of that. Let's make the release short, right? Because voices. Whoa. Turn that off now. So we have this thing now. Are you muted? Is it because what? I'm in a giant group and I can't solo a thing in a group? Oh. Wait, why are you broken? Was it record? Why was this me? Oh, what the fuck? Huh? Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna do all that stuff. And I'm gonna clean whatever the fuck that thing is. I just noticed it, and I've just been like staring at it in the corner of my eye, and it's been bothering the shit out of me. So, I'm gonna do all of that. I'll be back in like, I don't know, 3-5 minutes, something like that. Yeah. And we are back. Right, I forget. I'm in the top now. It's weirding me out, man. It's we're in a new paradigm. Okay. What? Yeah, what do we got going? plugins are mandatory on stock Ableton. You're gonna want a limiter. I use Ozone 8 Elements. I only use the limiter. I don't really use any other feature in it. I think Ozone's limiter is pretty good. But you don't really need anything other than that. Now, I'm going off of my knowledge of like when I was using Ableton 9 or 10. Its limiter was super shit. I think the limiter's better now, but still not great. But yeah, you're gonna want a better limiter, and then you're gonna probably want a better reverb, and that's it. Everything else is peak. The Ableton reverb, I think, just doesn't sound nearly as good as Valhalla. I literally use like the stock Valhalla preset on like almost every single song. I'm not very reverb pilled. It's something I need to figure out more for sure. Considering, I don't know, I really don't put much effort into my reverb at all. I just slap Valhalla on everything, and I'm like, this shit sounds good. So, yeah, that's me. But yeah, generally just the stock reverb and the stock limiter kind of suck. Everything else is great. I wouldn't worry about getting anything else, frankly. What other necessary plugins are there? Soothe is good, but I'm pretty sure there are free alternatives to Soothe. Really, no, Serum's not necessary. Not at all. The only time I ever use Serum is I made a YouTube video actually. The last YouTube video I made is me showing the like one thing that I use Serum for, and it's like an extremely niche and extremely complex sound design technique to make the sounds of like physically modeled animals that are being stabbed to death. So, and that's like the one thing that I know that Serum can like do alone that other things can't, that I can think of. Otherwise, you don't really need it. No. You could get by with stock stuff. I use Operator and Wavetable all the time. You could go so fucking far with just like Wavetable and Operator, because the vast majority of sounds people make with Serum are just extremely basic sounds using like basic shapes, a little bit of FM, right? You can just change this to FM or whatever. You can FM it, you can do whatever, and then post-processing. So like what sounds can Serum do that you can't do with stock methods? Not that many. Generally stuff that involves like crazy audio rate modulation, but you're probably not going to be doing that. And you could get by with just layering stuff. So like lately, most of my music is just a bunch of different operator layers that I'm layering together, and you can make them sound real good. So just use multiple different instruments, you know? Like Operator, it forces you to get good at FM, and FM is really powerful. Right? Just like a little bit of... So you got like your bass sounds, you can you can give it a lot of release. Make it more plucky. Why is it lasting so... Oh, I said... Ow, sorry. I'm just hurting your ears. I'm trying to show it. I'm trying to show that Operator is good, and I'm just blasting your ears. So like that could be one layer, and you can layer it with like... And this is just very basic FM. You also like... Something that a lot of people don't think about or ever consider is having your bass wave be like a high frequency multiple of the carriers or the whatever your modulator is. So we have like really high frequency, right? And then really... These are all different timbres that people don't even think about. Right? And it's all super powerful. And you just add fucking reverb and delay. Give it spread really wide. LFO. And there's so much in operator that I don't even know about, frankly. Like, I never use any of the filter routing. Like, there's envelopes you can attach to the filter I'm completely unaware of. Um, Most of the modules, I just get by literally just doing ADSR and very basic routing. You can obviously get much more complex with different like routing modes, but I highly, highly, highly recommend getting good at operator because it shows you you really don't need these other synths, and it forces you to get good at FM. I know it's intimidating because it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing, but it is good, and I think it's the best. I think operator is the best way to understand FM. Um, Technically, this is phase modulation, but it's FM. Anyways, so that's fine. Also, if you want to get good at, so like Serum and those like really powerful workhorse synths are really powerful and they're good at learning a bunch of stuff, but you really don't need Serum. I think Vital is completely free and can do most of all the stuff that it can do, and also has a ton of content on like YouTube and stuff. Um, so like I would recommend playing around with those other synths a little bit if you want to like learn more about synthesis because they can do unique stuff that some things you can't do in Ableton. Um, and also, the more synths that you play with and understand, you're basically learning how to make the same sounds, but from multiple different like lenses and perspectives, which ends up teaching you a lot about sound design in of itself. So like when I learned how to use Zebra 3, Zebra 3's interface and way of doing sound design is completely unlike anything else I've ever used before. And so getting good at it, did everything just crash? No. I should save though. I'm gonna save. Like Zebra 3's interface is really complicated, and it's not complicated. It's just unlike anything else. And so learning how to do synthesis in a new language essentially ends up teaching you more about the thing itself, right? Because like if you end up memorizing or just getting really good at Serum, you end up just learning, okay, this knob in this location on Serum, when I twist it, I make that sound. If you learn how to make that sound in a bunch of different synths, then you end up understanding the like more fundamental concepts that are going on. So I think like that is a benefit for sure. Also, I mean, I think that also stands to show why stock effects and stuff are so powerful and important because you're getting more it's more bare bones. It's lower level as opposed to like high level stuff, right? Like the lowest level obviously would be like programming the DSP and the code and stuff yourself. And then there's like max MSP where you're still like kind of programming and plugging patches together and defining how you want your envelopes to work and building all the effects. And then eventually you have like your stock effects and whatnot. You know, like if you want to build effect racks by having multiple filters in a series or whatever. And then you could go higher level from that and use plugins that just do all those things for you at the same time. I think the lower level you go, the more you learn about the fundamental thing itself. And then once you have an understanding of the fundamental thing you're trying to do, it ends up opening up new avenues and ways and like roads, methods of exploration that you otherwise would not find at all. So like a lot of sound design tutorials, at least when I was trying to learn sound design originally in like 2017, 2018, all the sound design tutorials were just like how to make this sick dubstep sound, and it's just someone opening Serum and just saying, just twist this knob to 19%, twist this other knob to 47%, make this envelope 2.67 seconds long, and then it'll sound like this. And there wasn't like any thought put into it, right? um like, you're not learning the thing at all, you're just memorizing like a cooking recipe. And so I don't know, going low level, figuring out how to like resample sounds by using like effects and stuff like that, just using very simple stuff, operator, and then figuring out what effect racks or effects in a series you can use to abuse and create new sounds that otherwise you would require like a VST for. You end up learning a lot. I don't know. I'm rambling. But you get my point. Hey, what's up, Matt? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be, but like holy shit, it used to be. Or maybe I just like I found the good ones. Maybe it's still awful everywhere. I mean, it's easy to make. It's the problem with just YouTubers and YouTubing in general, is that like the profit incentive is to make like slop content that you can make a lot of. And so if you just make a bunch of videos of, here's how I made this specific patch, I twisted detune to 27%, blah, 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 blah. You can pump a billion of those out for every individual sound, and you're not actually teaching anything, and thus they're staying hooked. If you're a good teacher, they won't need to keep watching you, right? Like if I do my job correctly when I'm giving people private lessons, they won't book another lesson with me because they've learned what they need to learn such that they can go on and teach themselves. The incentive for YouTubers, people who make tutorials, guides, whatever, there's a profit incentive to suck at your job, you know? So I think that's a large part of like why that happens. Yeah. It's also why like I make the sound design tutorials I end up making like only like a couple a year or whatever, because I'm trying to find topics that I haven't discussed before and other people haven't discussed to death. And so it ends up being like more niche or all-encompassing, and like the goal being to teach you a general concept that you can apply more generally and create a bunch of other sounds, as opposed to synth recipes. The synth recipes can be fun and stuff. Like I did find, I think You Suck at Producing, I don't know if he still does it, but he would do like, people would donate and then just request him to recreate different sounds from songs. And I remember tuning in, and just every single sound was just like a filtered saw wave. Just like 15 requests in a row. He just listened to it and he's like, it's a filtered saw wave again. Here's how you do it. And you just drag, because that's honestly most fucking sounds in most electronic music. It's just subtractive synthesis, and apply subtractive synthesis to the most complex wave, or like most harmonically rich wave, and then you'll get most sounds. So like, duh. But that could be fun. Definitely. Because like I did something kind of similar a few times where I recreated from scratch a couple songs in a live stream, and I thought that was like pretty informative. I would recommend recreating songs from scratch as an exercise. Just trying to like get the drop exactly right, recreate each of the sounds. Doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but it's useful. It's helpful. Okay. Yeah, and a lot of those sounds, I mean, a lot of stuff comes from mud pies, especially the like really crazy sound design heavy neuro-based distortion stuff. And like those sounds, you like probably he wouldn't be able to recreate it exactly, just because it comes out of like happy accidents, right? So it just requires a lot of experimenting and stuff. Like, I'm never gonna be able to recreate this. Like, whatever the fuck that is, because it came out of a giant mud pie session of whatever. And, you know, every once in a while there'll be like a really good nugget in there. YSAP? YSAP. I don't know what that is. YSAP. Oh, you suck at producing. You suck at producing. Yeah, yeah. I found you suck at programming when I Googled it, but context clues. I can think. Alright, I'm so tired of listening to this. We want to go into some fucking drum and bass kind of thing here. I think that's what this is kind of asking for. That kind of is. Let's just do that. And then let's go you. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. I know, it sounds like ass. Stop yelling at me. Let's take all of this and then shift up. Cool. That doesn't sound like ass. Who would have thought it was that simple? And then... I mean, that kind of works as a thing. Maybe we can like filter this in. It's like works kind of like a drum fill, a little halftime over the double time drum filly thing. The kick drum sounds like duty. It's bad. Right, just make it more simple. That should be fine, probably. Why is there two? Don't do that. And then let's just put you on that. And then do it again. And then maybe we take this thing. Can we just double time this? Would that be stupid? Probably. Let's just do the same thing again. And then let's add hi-hat. Hi-hat. I don't know, some weird drum and bass thing. So much wrong with everything. It's just gonna take a while. The ideas are there, they're just like bad, you know. They're just not done well. But they could be done well. We just need the ideas there. We just need the resemblance of a song, and then we can sculpt it into being. I got more fucking bots. Bots, please, please. Don't do it to me. I can't. Also, that is fucking piercing. It is painful. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm tired of working on this. I'm lazy. That's my issue. I haven't produced in like 10 days. And now I'm degrading, becoming inept. And my attention span is low. Let's try to, maybe we could bring back some kind of element, like the weird fucking chords. No. This is gonna work as a build up. We need this section to continue like one more time. Here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna duplicate the drums, right? And then we're gonna add a big crazy filter guy. Everyone likes the big crazy filter guy. And then we, guess what? We're gonna filter it. And then we add a bunch of build-ups, a bunch of risers, all of that, right? I think this is. And then you build up. So we have big breakdown, then we got to build up, put risers there. Right, and then we go over there, big crazy filter guy, you disappear, and then we just go right back to the fucking original drums because they worked, right? Yeah, I think so. And then we just do some of that. You see the vision, all right? We're making build-ups, that's all. And the build-up needs to be better, so we need this boring fucking thing to you need to be less boring. And so how are we gonna do that? Layers. Layers is how we do it. We introduce layers. Yeah. Hello? Obviously, that's not how the drop is going to go, but I don't know. I don't know, man. What was the... We just make it... We just go straight back to this thing. this is a good idea. Everything else is like super mid, but we set up the building blocks. We got the stew, we got the pot ready. The water's boiling, and we got such whatever. We made a breakdown and a build up. Fuck analogies. So the stuff's kind of there, and then we just need to make another drop after this. So that's good, I would say. I am done working on this song because I wanna stop because I'm getting frustrated. What the fuck? Just got followed by, I don't know, hieroglyphs on Instagram. It was very confusing looking. We'll just do some sound design. I think that's the goal now. I could show off the VST that I've been working on for the past like month. It's in a pretty cool state, and maybe we could do sound design with it. Now also it may be buggy because I've not been testing it out inside of Ableton too much, but did I? Let's just make sure the most recent version is updated. That's not what I wanted to do. This one. Okay. So, what do we want? So we can take like an operator, or we can just take, I don't know, a whole ass ambient song. This guy right here. Is this even a song? That does not sound good. This one's kind of cool. Okay, so here's a VST. Let's see how well you work right now. I need to tune the drop-off radius. The drop-off radius is kind of bad. Oh, there we go. Also, I think I have to, I don't think this is right. Whoa. I didn't know that I could do that. Okay, neat. So that is working. And then we can add an elbow. So this is the cool bit. You can make it, basically you can end up doing phase modulation via Doppler shift. You can also split it into two signals. pretty fucking cool. Based on your location to it, basically the Doppler shift is what determines how much FM there is, right? So if we... Like, this is just spinning around in circles. So if you're in the direct center, you're actually not going to hear the Doppler shift at all, because the distance to it, from it to you, isn't really ever changing, right? But if you move closer to it, doesn't sound quite right. I can tune it a little bit better, I think. Yeah, it's alright. It needs more hard panning. Anyways, so that's that. If we... Here, let's make it, just one single note again. Which is fun. Oh, you can do a barrel roll. Which is kind of cool. And then, furthermore, if we take this VST, and then let's throw it on another track, you can link the songs together. So you hit link on both VSTs. And now we have two different objects. Yeah, it's like it gets very dynamic. Which is, you know, a vibe. And you can just keep doing this with more and more tracks. So like, let's do another one. Here, let's grab the Yappin' Babies. Here's just a bunch of synthesized fucking baby sounds. Let's put a delay here. Will you open? And then this one also needs to be linked. And then you can control different nodes. So this guy, I'm in one VST and I'm controlling the locations of all the other ones from this single VST, right? Which is kind of neat. The sizing's kind of fucked right now. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, it could be cool for making like ambient mixes. I was just thinking that. Where you just put different songs and just like walk around. And then this bit still a little bit buggy, I think, but if we hit record, and then just do that, and then press play again. I just do it again. So you can just record movement, and then it gets recorded out, and then it'll dynamically change the volume and the panning and whatever, all the HRTF emulation stuff for all of the tracks at the same time. Honestly, this bit was way easier to do, to implement, than you would expect. It's something that's like rarely ever done in other VSTs, I feel like. But yeah, it's lit. And I think, yeah, if we just set a different one to be the pilot, then like, so that movement automation is written down in this track, but now it should be ignored, I think. We, over here. Yeah. So you can write, I suppose, basically, there's movement automation is written in one track, and then that one track is like the master track that affects the movement in all the other ones. So if you make a different track be the master track, then you can record new movement, and then you can A and B between them. Yes, I made this. This is why I haven't been streaming at all. Because this past month I've been working for like 10 hours a day on making this plugin. I've been sucked into it. I don't know if you're going to do like a web app version of this, but a person can record a room of sounds that listener can go visit and explore in their own way. Yeah, so right now, okay, like the dream. Oh, also there's customization out the ass. So we have a skybox. I think that one looks kind of cool. There's also some like garbage ones. Mostly the skybox was added so that you just like remember where down is. But yeah, and we can give it an ocean and give it hills by just injecting noise. That's fun. Anyways, I totally forgot where I was going. Oh, now in an ideal world, I would also make it so that you can place down walls, and then the place down walls will create, you build your own reverb by placing walls around, but I think that's a way more complicated like problem to solve. I think the only other plugin that does the ocean slightly moving is trippy as shit. Oh wait, also the other nodes are moving slightly. It's freaking me out. Yeah, V2 maybe. I am using reverb cues a little bit, so this bit's kind of cool. So I'm gonna make a new video on this. When this thing is done, I'm gonna do another psychoacoustics 3-dimensional panning video, because there's a bunch of new cues that are being used, but essentially early reflections are used to determine, basically, it helps you discriminate between things that are in front of you or behind you or above you or below you. So imagine that, you know, the object is right here. Let me turn off the head follow camera bullshit. The object's right here, right? And so it's going to emit a sound and then hit your ear. It could be that it could also be back here. Basically, front-back confusion is a thing, and it's very easy to confuse sounds that are in front of you as well as sounds that are behind you. And so another cue that your ears use, like there's also certain folds of your ear boost and attenuate different frequencies depending on if it's in front of you or behind you, but it's not nearly as great as like the pinna notch that helps you determine whether or not something's above you or below you. But one thing that your brain does is uses the reflections of the room around it. So this object is going to hit your ear, right? And then you're going to hear reflections from that object bouncing off to the nearest path to your ear here. So this surface here is going to have a reflection from there, right? And then this surface here is going to, like, if this is a cube, if you're in a room, the surface here is then going to have a reflection here. The surface here is going to have a reflection coming from there and coming from there, as well as the ceiling is going to bounce off the ceiling and hit your ear and from the floor, right? And that combination of reflections will all come from slightly different angles that will move in accordance to how you're moving around in the space. and they're used to give you extra detail because that combination of angles could only hit your ear in that way if it's in front of you versus if it's behind you, right? And each of those reflective angles or sound wavefronts that are propagating from those angles are then going to hit your ear with the correct like spectral cues and stuff. So each one of those early reflections gets filtered and attenuated and has different like delay timings and stuff like that. They all get processed. So it's kind of cool. The way I did it is there's basically 6 more nodes, right? And all of these nodes are just clones. Just imagine you take the cube and then you place another cube on top and to the left and to the right and in front and behind and below it. And there's a clone of every object there. And then another wavefront is coming from that object. And that mathematically carries out to be from, it's the same exact thing as this angle here, right? This little distance, well, actually it's mirrored. So this object's right here, right? The mirrored object would be right there. And that, if you draw a line from the mirrored object that's located right there to here, it would bounce off right there. So these mirrored objects are placed all the way around in space, and it effectively 100% simulates how angles of refraction, reflection, and stuff like that work, which is neat. And then they're all filtered and turned down in volume a little bit because walls will absorb things, and then they're used to help you hear things that are behind you. And the illusion sounds a little bit more believable with them on. So I think that is a pretty cool feature that would be probably impossible. Yeah, that'd basically be impossible to implement in Ableton Rack. And yeah, it helps. It works. Now the problem is it's also assuming that you're just in a cube at all times. So, you know, it's not like 100% accurate in terms of like spatially telling you what space you're in, but it still tells you the location of the object. I think it sounds good enough. So yeah, like a V2 would be, you could determine the size of the room. Honestly, I could do that. It would actually be pretty trivially easy, I think, to make is that you can adjust the size of the box, right? You can make the box like a rectangle. But then that's going to open a whole other can of worms in terms of like how the coordinate system is redefined in the box. Am I going to scale, is moving along the x-axis going to scale differently if it's like a rectangle, such that, you know, this is all like fractions of a percentage of the dimensions of that box as I move through it. And then where am I going to put it in this UI? Because honestly, figuring out the UI for this thing is the largest headache. The DSP isn't too crazy. And like solving the math there, but the more creative aspects of like where is the best place to put these knobs such that they are the most intuitive and I don't know, user friendly while not concealing anything. Like I could make it such that some of these panels are hidden behind like other tabs and stuff like that, but I don't like that. I don't like clicking through different tabs. I want everything to be visible, so it looks kind of cramped. I need to change up how this panel looks, but it is it's a nightmare. Also, why are you tweaking so much? I guess we're controlling. Are we? Yeah, we're on the pilot. No. Yeah, we're controlling the main one. So the stuttering isn't great. I guess that's new. I guess it's happening when there's multiple objects. Not terrible, but like here, how's this one? Yeah, that one lags. That lag is expected because the VST is now communicating with all the other VSTs at the same time. Anyways, I don't know. That's the plugin, and it's kind of cool. And you can do barrel rolls. How cool is that? Let's make this one. It's funny. Oh yeah, so I remember where I was getting at. The next goal after I make this is I want to make a video game engine thing. where essentially, I mean, my goal is I just want to make spaces that you can walk around in that are entirely acoustic, so you won't have visuals. If anything, you'll have like visuals that show you when you like bump into a wall or something to emulate. Like I want to add visuals that emulate proprioception, because proprioception is like a massive important part of localization and like knowing where you are in space. And proprioception is just like you're knowing where your body is in space, right? So like the fact that like as I turn my character's head and I hear the sound moving to the left, I know I'm turning my character's head to the right. That knowledge helps me localize it better. But the listener, when they're just listening to this with their eyes closed, they don't know how the character's head is turning, right? So if you I can't wait to do the most underwhelming shit ever with this. I'm going to compare barrel rolling sine waves and saw waves. The sine waves, I mean, you can't localize the sine waves for shit because they're just sine waves. But you can create cool FM stuff with them. So if we do... Oh, anyway, yeah, I keep getting distracted. But proprioception, basically, the video game engine thing. I'm going to add like visuals, like you're going to walk around and everything's going to just be black. You can't see anything, but you're going to like maybe see where your feet are landing. Like it's going to light up exactly where you're stepping. So you have an idea of the floor, what the floor feels like. And if you walk into a wall, then the wall will light up for a second. So you know when you bump into something, and some other cues to tell you how your head is turning to what degree. And that will all help the experience of localizing something a lot better, because we use proprioception to localize stuff, right? If you hear something and you can't tell if it's behind your head or in front of your head, you're going to adjust your head with like micro movements very subtly. You're not even like conscious of it. And you do that to like triangulate where the sound is located, right? And you do this also when you're playing like online games. Like I was playing Arc Raiders recently and I just noticed we're like trying to figure out where sound is coming from. You're like turning your head around as you're hearing it. And so that ability, if you want the listener to like truly be able to localize stuff, they need to be able to like move their head around and know where their head is facing. So it's kind of fucked up that us as producers, we don't have the ability to violate our listeners' bodily autonomy by forcing them to turn their head as they listen to our song. But it'll come probably. We'll get it eventually. We got a... what's the fucking... We're putting microchips in people to control their brains? I forget what it's called. But we'll get it eventually. Anyways, so we got this thing here, which should just be a sine wave. Yeah. Quaint. And then we can make this sine wave move in a circle. Right, so like right now we have two LFOs on. Let's offset one LFO by pi over 4, or just, 1/4. Now one's a sine wave and one's a cosine wave. Right, that's fun. We can speed it up a bunch. And then loop this. And then we need to where WSD control. Head follows camera. Oh, head follows camera broke. There we go. Okay. There's bugs, but it's mostly working. But yeah, so I don't know what to call this. It's like phase modulation, but based on distance. So it's like distance modulation. But here's a barrel roll. Why is it... You hear that, it's changing timbre. I guess there's like really subtle like delays and stuff like that that are changing the timbre and whatnot. Anyways, if we can split this, it's easier to make cool sounds if you take this guy. Let me set this to like ramp up. Right, Wait, let's do... Oh, I don't have labels. These used to have labels. I reshuffled everything. But this is like the XY plane, the XZ plane, and the YZ plane. Right, so like this isn't rotating right now because it's trying to rotate along this axis here. That, look at where the thing is located. So if I offset this, right, now it's moving with a sine wave. It's rotating along the YZ plane, right? We make it a ramp up saw wave. And then we can change the phase of the objects relative to each other, which is kind of fun. Let's make this more FM. I think it's just kind of a vibe to be flying around in space and there's like fucking pentagrams and crazy sounds happening. It's also, if you're directly in the center, you don't really hear any FM because the FM is determined by its distance relative to you because it's Doppler shift. So if you're directly in the middle of an orbit, then yeah, it doesn't do it. Right? Oh, that's kind of fun. Yeah, if you change the depth, right? Because it's just doing this. Because it's a saw wave. And then another thing we can do, we can just use one of these. We made a kick. It's a kick drum. And we can have this guy over here will spin. Like, are these the cool sounds? No, but the method that the way that we're making them is pretty fucking cool. It's dubstep. That's cool. I'm gonna make it so that you can like make the Doppler shift amount way larger. Yeah, Doppler synthesis. Maybe just distance synthesis, because like the distance cues are also amplitude modulating it in weird ways. Yeah, I did. So there's built-in reverb. And the built-in reverb also uses distance cues. I also changed the LFO shape. I need to add an option to increase the frames per second, just so that you can see cooler shapes, because it's locked to 30 right now, right? So if we make this, what if we make this 3? Can I? Oh, it's still tweaking. I was not expecting to see that. Maybe it isn't 30? Like, make this 6? Never mind. Anyways, yeah, that's that. I think it's cool. I'm happy with it. Oh yeah, we can also just, if we just press link listener, now it's added to this giant mess of a shit ton of different objects, right? So now we can just like press play. Anyways, yeah, it's a clusterfuck, but yeah, that's that. That's where we're at right now. It's coming together. I really just got to figure out some UI stuff and fix some of the UI bugs. It gets kind of buggy sometimes when you're switching between nodes and changing the pilot node and stuff like that. But I stress tested it, and oh yeah, check this out. This is also important. I wish Mr. Leaky was here actually, because this is all his request. Here we make you're the pilot. Turn off Headfall's camera. We have a whole character customization. Fucking, we can make them big. We can make them small. You can change his eyes. Give him a big old Cyclops eye. Yeah. Googly eyes. You can give him a hat. See, look, we got fucking Mr. Poopy Butthole now. And then now you can fucking zoom around in space. Is this not everything you could possibly ask for? exactly. And then oh, you can randomize everything by just hitting Command Alt R. So if we turn off, well, one, we can randomize these. You can just like very quickly. Okay, wait. Let's turn off all this shit. So you can very quickly just randomize literally all this stuff. You can randomize the position of this thing. You can randomize the LFOs. You can randomize all these. So you can like really quickly make stuff. I'm gonna make a bunch of different presets. And yeah, oh yeah, and I think I already showed off the hold on. You need to be the pilot. No? Yeah, there's a bunch of different like sky maps and stuff like that. So you can make the background look however you want, as long as it's within the bounds of whatever I've decided. Some of them look like ass, and they will probably go. Or you can do none at all, and then you're just kind of floating in space. So yeah, so fun stuff. Also, fun fact: the ability to do barrel rolls took me like 30 hours to figure out. It was a fucking nightmare. But I learned a lot about geometric algebra, so that was good. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. So fun stuff. I'm gonna try to stream more because I've not been making music lately, and I need to do more of that. And the VST is almost done, I think, so long as like the beta testing and stuff goes well. So that will take less of my time, and I need to work on and finish music. So gonna definitely be doing that. Yeah, I'll try to stream again tomorrow. And you know, the day after and whatnot. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thank you, Fortune. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's basically just like a super crazy version of the Max MSP patch, and you're able to run like 100 of them in a project file, whereas the Max MSP patch you could run one and then it would break. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Look at this fucking, what did we do to him? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Take care.